So, does everybody have a handout and a prayer book? You know, we could use some candles. Roy, could you help us with some candlesticks?
And kitchen.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
You know where our kitchen at?
Does anyone here have a birthday in the month of June? No June? Oh, Mr. Joel Shapiro has a birthday in the month of June. What do you think? Anybody else have a birthday in the month of June? I'm thinking June 21st. Really? Who knew? Well, we might have you assist us with candlelighting tonight. I know. But we just have to get the candles here. Shabbat Shalom, Sharon. Welcome. We won't. We're just waiting for some candles. Wonderful. Can I ask you guys to assist with bringing a table for the candles? I like the props. So Bob, can we start? Are we on? Are we doing Zoom? Or are we live streaming? Shabbat Shalom to those of you who are watching us from the comfort of your couch. We're delighted that you're here. We hope that all is well with you. And while I wish you were in the room, I'm so happy knowing that you're here in this way. So welcome and Shabbat Shalom. So everybody, let's turn to page 120, and we're going to have the birthday boy come up and bring in the lights of Shabbat. Of course, Matt, do you have any kids? Anybody in your family born in June? No. Okay. You're. So you're. No. Okay. Everybody, let's stand. How are you? Do you like the look? I do. If you're June 21st, you astrologically Cancer again?
I have followed that.
Yes. Are you on the cusp?
I think I'm on the cusp.
You can go either way. Excellent. These circles bring in the best energy you can. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher qidsha b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
So friends, let's turn to page 138. And bring in the Sabbath bride into the room. Let's jump to verse 9. Stand up and imagine the Sabbath bride coming into the room. I see big pool. But now I also imagine the Sabbath bride. Oh, we shalom, ateret balam, gam b'simcha u'tola, Torah yunei, am sikulah. Let's turn to page 144 with the Chassid Kadesh. bringing us into Baruch. Yitgadal Shmei Rabbah, V'yamad Yibrachutei v'yamich machotei, v'chayecha yom echad, uv'chayerecha be'Yisrael, Bagala, uv'izman kariv, v'yimeru amen, Yehi Shmei Rabbah v'vorach, la'alam ul'an me'almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'amar v'yitramah v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitala shemei v'risha, le'ela mikol brachata v'shirata, jush v'chalata v'lechem v'ata, da'miran v'yamah, v'yimeru amen. Page 146. La 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 la. Please sit down and think about something that you saw in the world of nature that pleased you or surprised you in some way. Something in nature that you saw this week. Anything? Yes. You saw a turkey, okay, in your backyard.
I saw a turkey too.
Maybe it's the same one?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yep.
We have a dove sitting on her third set of eggs in our backyard.
Okay, Bob and Holly, would you like to share with her what you have going on? Same bird? No. Not same turkey? No. What did you see? Yes. Yeah. You saw a red panda in the zoo. Very cool. Anybody else see something in nature? Yes. In my next slide. Anything else? My dog got a haircut. I mean, you know. Yeah.
Beautiful butterflies flying over our kindergarten as they floated.
Oh, like just out of.
Just flew over. We did butterflies this year, so those things are our butterflies.
They were. Yes, in fact. You saw a hawk. So let's say the last line together. On page 148, this prayer acknowledges nature and things that change and come into being, like baby doves and turkeys and hawks. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv ha'ravim. Let's turn to page 150. And I'm going to invite you to try to join with me in this one together. Ahavatullah Beit Yisrael Ahamcha Amcha Torah mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu v'shomenu Umeinu nasiach v'chukecha V'nismach v'divrei Toratecha V'yishvotecha le'olam v'ahed אל תסיר ממני לעולמי. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. Invite everybody to stand. Usually we take our right hand and we kind of gently put a shelf kind of over our eyebrows and cover our eyes. We sing the first line real strong and the second line kind of a whisper. Take a deep breath. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. Let's turn to page 154. And the way I taught my kids this prayer is that we counted every time we heard the word, the sound cha. Okay? So your job is to count how many chas we hear in this prayer. Good luck. I know. V'yata et Adonai Eloheh. Yeah. V'chol levav, u'v'chol nafsheh, u'v'chol me'odeh. How many so far? V'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzaveh hayom al levaveh. How many? V'shinatam levaneh. V'dibarta ba'am, v'shivteh, v'veit, u'vlechteh, v'aderech, u'shofeh, u'vkumeh. How many are you right now? 12. U'kshartam le'ot al yadeh, v'hayu l'totochot beineineh. How many are you at now? Wow. U'chtatam al mezuzot beiteh, u'visharet. How many?
16.
Did you say 16?
16.
16? You guys sticking with that?
Yeah.
Good. Lema'an tizkaru v'asitem v'tvotai v'tem kedushim l'aleichem. That's not a cha, that was a chem. Ani Adonai Elohechem. That's a chem, not a cha. Okay. Asher hotzei tiyetechem. That's a chem, not a cha. Me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiyot lachem. That's a chem, not a cha. L'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem. That's a chem, not a cha. How many?
16.
Good job. That's really good. That's really good. Okay. So let's turn to page 158. And now in your service, there's a guy who's like standing in the middle of the water. What's his name? What's his name? He's in your handout. What do you call him? He's got a name. He crossed the Red Sea. He was like, Moshe! Wow. Please look at your handout for the words if you don't know them already. Under Moshe, who's standing in the middle of the water. Shalom,
Makenu L'chaim. Ros Aleinu Simchat Shalom Lecha. Ros Aleinu Simchat Shalom Lecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us daily wrong and right. Amen. 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 Amen.
Let's turn to page 164 as we stand for the standing prayer. We take 3 steps back and 3 steps forward as a way of like in awe, and then we have the courage to step forward after that, so we take 3 steps back.
Adonai sifatayita ufiyaki vehilatecha.
Page 166.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Ha'gibor Ha'nora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'konei Ha'chol Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Ve'ezrat Sarah.
Let's turn to page 168, and by the way, we are considered in summertime in the Jewish calendar. Atayim Brulin Elamadai Mechayim V'Timashavro V'Shia Mori Atah
Mechakel Chayim B'Chesed V'Chayei Eitim V'Rachanim Rabim Tzomech Noflim V'Rofech Olim U'Matir Asurim U'Mekayem Emunato L'Shenei Avai Michavlocha B'Yehurot U'Midam Elav Melech Me'id U'Mechayeh U'Mashiach Yeshua V'Ne'eman Atah Metim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh HaMetim. Next page. Atah Kadosh Shimcha Kadosh U'Kedoshim B'chol Yom Yad U'Chasela Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated. So friends, we have been counting from that holiday, the Dayenu holiday, Pesach, all the way to Shavuot, when we receive the 10 Commandments, which is happening tomorrow night. Oh yeah. And every day, we're supposed to count what it is to leave physical oppression in order to be able to be in a better place spiritually. Nobody can do it really for us, so that's why we have this counting, and 49 days. And I don't know, time has flown, and we are now on the 49th day. How many sevens in 49? 7, that's right, so we'll be the 7th week of the Omer. So please turn to page 570. It's kind of a math thing. Hineni muchan v'zu l'kayem mitzvah aseh shel sfirat ha'omer. I am ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Hayom tish'a ba'arba'im yom shehem sheva shvuot ba'omer. Today is the 49th day, which is 7 weeks of the Omer. So we've arrived. And it's Malchut Sheb'Malchut. That's the lowest dot, that pink one on the tree of life up there. Malchut has to do with presence, dignity, how we show up. So it's dignity within dignity. It's community within community. So I'd like us now to turn to page 178 as we pour some peace into the world. Think of a big pitcher filled with peace, and we're going to pour peace all over in a gentle way. Page 178. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, tasim le'olam. V'tov b'necha l'Torah, L'Amcha Yisrael, b'chol עת ובכל שעה, ישלומך. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam. So I would like to invite the two of you to open the altar. Yeah. Run and grab a talis real quick. And I would like anyone who is under the age of 13 who would like to take a small Torah and help us honor it to line up right now. Because I'm going to ask you to please help us with that. You can take parents with you. Everyone's welcome. All right. When the ark is open, everybody's going to stand. And you guys are going to open the low floor and bring out the words for these guys. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah. Come on, make it work. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, u'devar Adonai merushalayim. Hold on, really close to your chest, like it's a teddy bear or something. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael v'hidushato. And now we turn around and we say Shema together. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. I'm going to ask you to walk at a pace through the sanctuary and let people give your Torah a kiss. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. It is a tree of life. Choose the level fast to it and all the words are happy. It's a tree of life. Choose the level fast to it and all the words are happy. Shalom, shalom. Shalom. themselves and tell them if you had a bar mitzvah here, a bat mitzvah here. Go ahead. And when do you think it was?
I am Mia Clapout. I had a bar mitzvah here in, I think, 2018, September 16th.
Woohoo! Okay, how about you?
I'm getting cop out. I had a bar mitzvah here, I think 2019, and it was February 15th.
Thank you very much. So you guys, in Torah time, what's that? Chased? Yeah.
Well, dessert has to be always want more.
Oh, that's very good. That's good. I always thought you had to have your soup and your salad and then you get dessert. Yeah. Desert has one big S because there's a lot of sand in the desert. A lot of sand in the desert. Something very, very special happened in the desert called Sinai, which also starts with the letter S. Thank you, like desert. We received the 10 Commandments. It was a wild, open place where anybody could come and receive that Torah. And whether we were big or small, old or young, we are all counted as though every one of our souls was once at Sinai. What letter does the soul start with? You're on a roll, that's right. Now, I want to share with you a story about this guy who was there at Sinai. His name was Zusia, which starts with a Z, not an S. Zusia was standing there at Mount Sinai and he was looking at other people. And he looked over and he saw somebody named Joseph. And he said, Joseph is so smart. I wish I were as smart as Joseph. If I were as smart as Joseph, I'd be up in front. And then he saw his friend Richard. He said, I wish I was as rich as Richard. If I were as rich as Richard, I'd be wearing some mighty fine red clothes. He was made up of red. And then he saw his friend Samson, which starts with the letter. And he thought, God, Samson is so strong. Samson has such muscle definition. I wish that I would look like Samson. I don't look anything like Samson. And then he saw his friend Caleb. And he said, oh, I wish I was quick as Caleb. If I was quick as Caleb, I would have run up that mountain with Moses. And so he sat there during this holy time thinking, I wish I were like Frank. I wish I were like Joseph. I wish I were like Caleb. I wish I were like Richard. Joseph. Anyway, with all that comparing of himself, he fell into, the sun was really hot. He hadn't had water for a while. He fell asleep. And in his dream, God came to him and said, Zusia. Can I hear you say Zusia?
Zusia!
Say it again.
Zusia!
Zusia thought, that's me. God's talking to me. Zusia said, God said, Zeus, say it again. What's his name? I don't need another Frank. I don't need another Samson. I don't need another Joseph. I don't need another Caleb. I've got those already. I need you, Zusia, to be the best Zusia you can be. I just want you to be the best Zusia. Nobody else. And then he heard God call his name again. Did you hear it? Zusia. Again. But it was really his mom telling him he needed to drink some water. But the point of it is that he realized right then and there that he needed to not compare himself to others, but to become the best version of himself. And that's what he learned at Mount Sinai. So with that in mind, I'm going to invite one of you to give the announcements of what's coming up. Who's that? That would be you. Okay, come on up. This is Sharon Bernstein, whose name starts with a... Yeah, I know, we're on her book. Sorry about this guitar being in my lips. Okay.
Guitars are never in the way.
Okay, sing it out.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
We've got a few wonderful upcoming events here at our temple. One thing we just wanted to remind everyone that at the in-person events, We are requiring still that everyone be vaccinated and boosted and free of COVID symptoms. We're recommending masks, but we're not requiring them. We'd like to thank Matt Kurtz, and also a generous anonymous donor for tonight's barbecue. We're having a wonderful Shabbat barbecue. Everybody's invited. And everyone is invited. Tomorrow morning we have Torah study at 9 a.m. It's very wonderful, and it's in person and on Zoom. And then tomorrow evening we have our very special Shavuot and confirmation combined service. Starts with a potluck at 5 p.m. And I think there's some information about what to bring, right? In the program, what to bring. Then we have a few things coming up on June the 10th, next Friday at 7 p.m. Please join us for Social Action Pride Shabbat with special guest speakers, the Ezekiel family. That'll be in person as well as on Zoom. So I know some of our Social Action Shabbats have been all on Zoom, but this one is in person as well as Zoom. And then on Sunday, June the 12th at 10 a.m., we'll be having our annual congregational meeting. We invite members to join us for bagels and coffee or on Zoom to hear about this past year and everything we have to look forward to in the coming year. This will replace our regular board meeting for the month, which everyone is always welcome to come to, but we won't be having it this month because we'll be having a congregational meeting. If you haven't already done so, please vote for our new slate of officers. You should have received an email earlier this week with the names and the slate, and if not, you can email Jenny Jeffrey at administrator@cbsshalom.org. And then finally, we have a save the date for our wonderful food fair, which is coming up on September the 18th. And if you would like to get involved, this is our 45th annual event. If you'd like to get involved, please contact Jenny, same email address, administrator@cbsshalom.org, or visit our website. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see there's a Sign Up Genius where you can sign up to volunteer. There's lots more information to be coming soon on this wonderful event. And with that, thank you. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Dear friends, let's turn to page 371. As we send out a big prayer of healing for anyone who is not feeling well. So page 371, we want to send out much love to Maggie Verano and Penny Clark, Janice Schulman, Benden, John and Juliana Blue, Paige Youngblood, Joe Demigalski, Arlen Hopper, Bernie Esrelu, Sandy Lewin, John Knoxon, Penny Wilbur. Is there anyone else that we're praying for? Which name we would like to see out loud? So we keep our hearts open to any names that may surface as we're praying. And for those of you at home, please join us. Your loved ones are in our thoughts as well for complete healing. Page 371.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishavei rachimotenu, Bekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Amen. Friends, let's turn to our last two prayers as we stand for Aleinu, page 586.
לשבח לו הכל, לתקלה בראשית, שלא שם גילוי הרצות, ולא שם משפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כאן, וגורלנו ככל העונה, ואנחנו ערבים משתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויסר הארץ, ומשה קרא בשמיים אמר, ושכינת זו, ובאופן מרומי, הוא אלוהינו אינו, אלוהינו אל סלתו, הכתוב בתורתו וידעת היום, והשמותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים נמעל, והארץ מתחתינו.
Yishvat Naniman.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We turn to the Kaddish prayer on page 598, and we remember with much love those who have passed within the 11 months. Very recently passing of Judith Spivak. Bill McDonald, Alan Blickstein, Carol Trachtenberg, Daniel Yashby, Jean Rubin, Sarah Lipson, Karina Blue, Robin Ash, Ricky Joe Miller, Victor Gabriel, Etta Brody, Jen Garcia, Mark Kane, Ami Lustig, Carol Saperstein, Emma Montilio Melengen, Bob Unger, Bill Jenkins, Linda Clark, Sergeant Beryl Hedera Shmuley, Raquel Kagan de Apostolo, Dennis Mappett, and Sandra Jeffrey. With love, we remember the yard sites of Phyllis Bartell, Joseph Berger, Margaret Vernon, Irving Cohn, Corey Blick, Mary Goldfarb, Sarah Gomberg, Harold Grossman, Jim Hornack, Edward Paxson, Howard III, Danielle Johnson, Arthur Klein, Robert Dean Laughlin, Nona Bigwood-Siegel, Roberta Massoff, Clarice Marino, Alfred Nita, Chad Piper, James Prince, Frank Rosenwasser, Ruth Blumen, Rose Schlein, Marvin Stern, Gertrude Stern, Laura Turtletaub, Phoebus Turtletaub, Leonard Vogel. Are there any other yard sites in this community here? I'm wearing orange tonight as in June, the first weekend of June in 2017, a young girl age 15 named Hadia was shot in Chicago. And since that time, there was a movement of wearing orange during the first weekend of June as a way of standing for those who have lost their lives and all the families that suffered from gun violence in our country. We pray for a time when that is no more. So we stand as one family and we remember our 6 million and all those who have lost their lives in wars and violence that they were making. Zechronam Bracha, may their memories be filled. Page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shnei Rabbah, v'alma yivrach yirtei yamich malchuteh. V'chayechon yomechon chayei Israel, Bagala Uzman Kariv Imru Amen. Yeheshme Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam U'omeh Amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramah v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalav Shemei Kushav v'yichud. Le'elam yipol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiram be'amah v'imru, amen. Yehi shalom rabba min shemayim, v'chayim aleinu v'yalchol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mamav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'yalchol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Please be seated. I'd like you to turn to the last page of your handout. We always think that there's 10 commandments, but there's also 613 commandments. There are. It goes like this. Well, there were 613 commandments that Moses handed to us. As he stood at the foot of the mountain Sinai, I heard Moses started to fuss. He threw 2 tablets onto the ground, and much to our surprise, the 10 commandments broke into pieces, and we couldn't believe our eyes. Because the Torah was much too long to describe to all the Jews, our God decided to write 10 commandments and said the don'ts and the do's. Every commandment talked about the way we have to live. When we work, to play or cook, clean, borrow, take or give. There were 613 commandments Moses handed to us. As he stood at the foot of the mountain Sinai, Moses started with us. He tablets on the ground, and much to our surprise, the 10 commandments broke into pieces, and we couldn't believe our eyes. As we stood at the bottom of the mountain and listened to Moshe, he asked how many wanted the Torah, and a bunch of us said, yeah. We thought about the layout of us and the way I want to be. Without the Torah, we would have been lost and stuck with idolatry. Well, there were 613 commandments that Moses handed to us. As we stood at the foot of the mountain Sinai, I heard Moses started with us. He threw 2 tablets onto the ground, and much to our surprise, the 10 commandments broke into pieces, and we couldn't believe our eyes. So when it's time to celebrate Chag HaShavuot, we all rejoice, because the Torah is ours to study and teach and quote. Had we not made a promise to be chosen and to choose, remember there would be a people called the Jews. Well, there were 650 that Moses handed to us. As we stood at the foot of the mountain Sinai, I heard Moses started with us. He threw 2 tablets onto the ground, much to our surprise. The 10 commandments broke into pieces, and we couldn't believe our eyes. The 10 commandments broke into pieces, and we couldn't believe our eyes. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We would love it if you would join us for a little barbecue after. And it's ready to roll if you are. But thank you so much for being here. Shabbat Shalom. And there were 613 commands that Moses. Thank you. As we stood at the foot of the mountain Sinai, Moses started with us. 2 tablets onto the ground, much to our surprise. The 10 commandments broke into pieces, and we couldn't believe our eyes. Shabbat Shalom to all my friends on live stream. I wish you a peaceful, happy, and a delicious Shavuot. This is a holiday when cheesecake is almost a mitzvah. So I hope you have some